This is the ETBU Sportsnet Coaches Show. I'm Kenneth Klein. Today we're joined by head men's and women's tennis coach Jeff Bramlett. Coach Bramlett, you're coming off victories over Ozarks in Clarksville, Arkansas. Why don't you recap that for us?
It was a big weekend. We had a real nice weekend. The women just wanted to go out there and take care of business and solidify that number 2 seed, which they did, and won 9-0. The men's match was not quite as easy. We knew that was going to be a tough match. We were without Connor Mason, our number 1 player, due to a shoulder injury. And then before the match, Andrew Deutsch rolled his ankle real bad. He plays number 2 singles for us and number 1 doubles. And so he just kind of limped along, hit the number 1 doubles, lost it, and then tried it in the singles, tried to tough it out, but he just couldn't go. I think he played 1 game and then just had to retire. So we got a real big win at number 2 doubles with Cody Highsmith and Jonathan Herr, won in a tiebreaker. So we were down 2-1. After Andrew had to default, we were down 3-1, but made a really good comeback. Tied it up 3-all. I'm trying to think. Jonathan Herr was the first one off the court, won 1 and 2. Looking at the scores here, and then Joseph Salinas won 3-0. Which I think got us right back in the saddle right there. Cody Highsmith was probably maybe player of the week. He was on part of that number 2 doubles team that won, and then he lost the first set, came back and won 4-1 in his match to get us our 4th match. So we were tied 4 matches all at that point, and then Ty Tarver had one of the best matches of the day for us at number 5 singles. Normally plays number 6 singles, but we had to move him up to number 5 that day and won 6-4. Went to a tiebreaker in the 2nd set and won a huge tiebreaker for us, 7-3. Out there, I guess about 6 o'clock that evening, because we had several rain delays that day. We had a bunch of storms that went through that evening, went into the morning, but clinched it. Got our 5th win, which clinched the number 2 seed for our men's team going into the conference tournament here in 2 weeks.
Now this week you'll be taking the women's team up to Hardin-Simmons to compete in the ASC tournament once again. Just talk about. I mean, last year you went up to Tyler. This year you're going out west. So obviously you're playing in familiar surroundings, to say the least. But talk about the competition that you'll be seeing, especially at this time of year.
Yeah, it's all too familiar surroundings. We went to Abilene for the ASC tournament. We went this fall. We went back the following weekend for the ITA tournament for the women, which was in Abilene. And then our first match of the year this year was against Hardin-Simmons and McMurray in Abilene. So this will actually be our 4th trip out to Abilene. So we should be very familiar with it. But it's gonna be a tough tournament. We play Concordia first round. We beat them 9-0 earlier this year, but it was a little bit deceptive. A lot of the matches were very close, and they were without one of their top players in that match. I can't remember if she's their number 1 or number 2 player, and that's going to bump everybody down a match. So it's going to be a much tougher match this year, and I know they've improved a lot since they've played us, but hopefully we have too. And then and of course we've been battling a lot of injuries and that sort of thing. We're trying to get everybody back healthy for this match. And then after that, I know Hardin-Simmons is going to be playing us. Of course, they probably going to have a little bit lighter match first round, being the number 1 seed, than we will. So they'll probably be off the court quite a bit quicker than we will. And then we lost to them 5-4 earlier this year when we played them. So that's going to be a really, really tight match right there. So that's one that could go either way. First time we played them, we were up 2-1 in doubles, and then they ended up getting 4 of the 6 singles matches. So we're hoping to get at least a 2-1 lead in the doubles again, and then this time we're planning on doing better in the singles. And then in the other semifinal, we're anticipating UT Tyler, UT Dallas playing each other, and we beat UT Dallas earlier this year, lost to UT Tyler 5-4. This kind of reverse of our match with Hardin-Simmons. We were down 2-1 in the doubles against UT Tyler, but won 3 of the singles matches against them for a 5-4 loss. So if we play UT Tyler, we're just going to have to try to get the 2-1 lead in the doubles. But we're looking forward to it. Our girls are excited about it, and they feel like they've got a chance to win it. So we're just going to have to go up there and lay it on the line and do the best that we can. Hopefully, come back with the championship.
All right, Coach. Thanks for talking to us on ETBU Sportsnet.
Thank you.